Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today, we're going to be making my version of white bean soup, but I'm going to add chicken to it. And I also have another secret ingredient that some people don't use, but you can. So we're going to get to it. It's quick, it's easy, and you guys are going to love it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, here we have my pot. I'm going to turn this on. Put it on for right now about medium or so. Then we have my cooking spray, my hydration cup. I got some chicken broth here. Got a couple spices. I got thyme and rosemary. Here I have 2 cans of cannellini beans. That's what I'm using for the white beans. You can use other kind of beans, but I like these. And I'm back here. This can I dumped in here. I'm going to grind that up. And that's going to help thicken the soup a little bit. Okay. This here, this is my own thing with the bell peppers. I do that so it has a little more color to it. This is my secret ingredient. I'm going to use kale. You can use spinach or any other kind of green that you want. I'm using kale. I like kale. Anyway, onions, celery, and carrots. That's called a mirepoix. And then here's my chicken. Don't think I'm going to use all the chicken, but I just want to cut it up. While I was cutting, I just cut it all up. That's right in there. That's 1 full breast and a half. Okay, that's 3 pieces. All right, let's get to it. Okay, while I'm waiting for my pot to heat up, I'm going to go ahead and immersion these beans. I'm going to turn it off for a second because it's kind of loud. Okay, as you see, I beat the beans. Got them nice and mushy. So we're going to be putting that into the soup to help thicken it up. Okay, as you can clearly see, I started to put some slip and slide in the pan. Like I said before, it helps 2 things. It works for the cooking food, but it also helps clean easier. Okay, I think we're just about there. So just going to dump all my mirepoix, into the pot. It's got a little baby sizzle going on. You know what they say about sizzle. Everybody knows. Sizzle sells. Okay. I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to this right quick. That'll help pull some of the moisture from the onion, and as well as the celery and the carrots, but it'll also give us some flavor. 2 little pinches. And we're going to stir this around and wait until it gets nice and tender. It'll take about 5 minutes or so. We'll be back. Okay, my mirepoix here is softened up a little bit. So now I'm going to add in my, my bell pepper, as it were. This is just for color, really. Make the dish more instead of just being green and white. So we got some carrots in there, some celery, a little bit of bell pepper going here. So bring that up a little bit, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay, guys, so as we can see, I got some good steamage going on over there. It smells delicious in here. So we're going to give this a quick little stir. And then I'm going to strain off this other can of cannellini beans. Going to drain off the juice and rinse them. These are my favorite beans, by the way. I think Penny thinks I'm nuts, but I use these beans in a lot. I cook with them a lot. I mix them in almost everything I make. Anyway, this is really a relatively simple recipe. It's quick. There you go. And let's not forget our little buddy here. Let me clean this off here. Watch your fingers if you got one of these dooflockies. These things hurt. You cut your finger, and it won't take but a little twist. And that'll be that. But anyhow, let's. Now the main reason that anytime you do something like this with some beans, and that's just really to help thicken up the soup, the juice. That's really all it's for. Unless you're doing something else I don't know about. And you know, anything's possible nowadays. I remember we used to, in the Army, we had to think, don't ask, don't tell. Now everybody wants to know everything. Oh well. But anyway, I'm hoping everybody's safe and germ-free. Little COVID, huh? Yeah. I don't know. I think this is going to be around with us for a while. But, you know, c'est la vie. What are you going to do, huh? If it ain't one thing, it'll be another. All right, let me get a mitt here because this pot's a little hot on the side here. And I'm just going to mix this a little bit. And then we'll be adding in our juice. I know it may not look like much now, but this stuff is delicious, trust me. And you know, you don't have to put in, like a lot of the ingredients that I put in there, like the bell peppers and the carrots and the celery. You don't have to put all of that. You know, you can just put what you want. Make this a very minimally invasive dish. Okay, so now I'm going to put about 2 to 3 cups of liquid in here. I'm going to bring that up to hopefully a nice little boil to start with. But anyway, here goes. I use 3 or 4 cups usually, but I use chicken broth. I know you guys, I've told you before. If you're going to do something like this, don't just use water. Use something with some flavor. All right, there's 2 cups. Oops. Sorry to give you a head rush there, huh? Okay, 2.5. Let me stir this around. Now you can see why I put the bell peppers in there, see? It just gives it another layer of color, and you're going to taste them. I mean, some people don't like bell peppers, and I love them. So, and it's funny because some people like the colored ones, and they don't like the green ones. So, but anyway, this is they'll be thickening up just right. All right, so we'll be back once this comes up to a boil. I'll get some more chicken broth in there. Okay, guys, as you can see, it's coming together nicely. Got this thing at a low simmer right now. It was boiling and I turned it down. I'm going to add in my kale now. So now this first batch of kale I'm putting in, I kind of chopped it up really tiny, which I wanted because I wanted to mix it good. And this is a good 2 cups right here. I mean, I packed it. But you'll see it's going to look beautiful. And then we're going to stir this in. And once this is all wilted out, the soup will be done. Now, I'm going to let this cook a little bit. And then in that bowl, I got some bigger pieces. I'm just going to lay those on top. And you shall see the results. It's going to look nice. Plus, I still got to add some chicken in here. Now, if you don't want to add chicken, you don't have to. That's just me. That's one of the things that when I'm cooking, like especially for Penny, all this stuff that's in here right now is I guess Weight Watcher heaven. But it's also Penny could eat this 0 points. There's no points in this whatsoever. And she, like I said, she's been doing good. She's been losing a fair amount of weight. She's happier. I don't know about happier, but she's happy. And she goes out and walks every day. Plus, she still works. Anyway, so now I'm going to put in some thyme and some rosemary, just a little pinch of each. I want to put that in so it can simmer in there for a little bit. And because these are always them little sticky, stick type stuff, I squeeze them up as best I can. And because it helps release some of the oils, I guess, that's in here. That's what they say. I do it just to try to make these pieces a little bit smaller. I don't know how good I do with that. One day I'll get me a halfway decent. I'm going to have to probably get me a coffee grinder. One of those little portable ones. They say they grind up these little herby things and stuff like that. Spices. And I'll put a little pinch of rosemary. Rosemary really smells nice. But again, I'm giving it the old pincharoo. Trying to get these things a little smaller. And also pull out some of the nice flavors that's in there. Tell me that don't look good, guys. Come on, that looks, jeez. And you can do this soup any time of the year. It's you don't have to just be cold weather for soup now. Now let me let this here go for a few minutes and we'll be back. While you guys were taking a break there, I put in a little dash of cumin. Penny likes cumin for some reason. She's like addicted to it. And almost everything I cook now, I give her a little dash. And she could always, she always tells me, do you use the cumin? I said, yeah, I did. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little chicken in here. Like I said, I'm not using all of this. It's a lot of chicken, so. Because this really isn't a chicken dish, but try to make it so that, because we can have all the chicken we want. And I'm telling you, lately, if it don't have feathers and wings and fins, we ain't eating it. All right, so now, all joking aside, now we're going to put this in. This is the bigger pieces of the kale, and I just lay these in, just like I do with the spinach. When this is all wilted down, the dish is done. Okay, so the total cooking time about 25 minutes. We'll just wait and see. Okay, and I'm telling you guys, this is going to be delicious. And you don't have to use kale. You can use any kind of greens you want. Like I said, you don't have to put. It's a white bean soup, so that's the white beans is part of the deal here. You don't have to put no chicken. Put some onion. I don't know, but you could just put white beans and some water and some greens. You don't have to put nothing else. But anyway, this is my version, and I'm sticking to it because I like it. So let me let this here. We'll put this lid on for a few minutes, and once that kale wilts down really nice, we'll be back for the bowl up. Okay, guys, this is the aroma coming out of this pot is killer. Let me have a little spoon. Gotta taste my creation here for seasoning. I'll make sure I got enough salt and pepper in there. I don't know about the salt and pepper, but the rest of it tastes damn good. Woohoo! Let me get one more little taste here. Sorry. Yeah. We're going to put a little pinch of salt and pepper in here, just a little bit more. But basically, we are done. Let me stir this around a little bit. Now I'm going to tell you that you're going to think this is really watery. Not really water. It's not. It's got a nice consistency for soup, you know. But once you shut this down, let it cool. It's going to thicken because of the starches that's in them. The beans. The beans will really thicken this juice up. I mean, really, that's way thicker than chicken broth. Okay. So give me a few minutes and we'll be plating up.
See how easy that was?
That's right. See how easy that was? But anyway, guys, the soup is done. This is a good shot. I was going to zoom down in on, but this is pretty good. So let me bowl this up and we'll meet you at the table. Okay, guys, there's the plate up. We'll meet you at the table. Okay, so here I am. Everybody wants a bite. It smells that good. The dog's here. Camera girl's there. The cat just left. There goes the dog. Anyway, Mr. Spoon Elmo loves this thing. I'm telling you guys, if you don't make this, you make this kind of a soup, you'll be wanting it all the time. Well, it smells delicious. Let's now get a good bite. The reason I decided to use kale instead of spinach or some other green, I like the texture of the kale. It stays like ruffly and got a little punch to it. It's delicious. Take one more bite and I gotta scoot. I gotta clean up a big mess. Well, if you like the soup, and I know you do, give us a like, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we do need your help in the subscribing department. And also with the number of views, you guys need to kind of watch my video, huh? Try to help me out a little bit. But anyway, I'm not doing no more of the handstand, the mask, no more, because everybody's lifting their things. So, but I will say this: when you guys are out there looking and thinking about this hair soup, and you're starting to get hungry, I want you to stay hungry. You come back, and we will give you another delicious dish just like this. This is Mr. Dan saying, we're out for now.